Okay, so for some background, I'm a father of a 9-year-old girl who's my whole world. Her mother and I split up 3 months after her birth when I found out she had been cheating. Naturally, I got a DNA test, and thankfully, she was mine. The problem is, her mother doesn't care about her health. She feeds her whatever she wants and even gives her coffee and donuts for breakfast sometimes. It's a mess. I've called CPA and the police in the past for wellness checks, but it's gotten me nowhere. So since she was about 4, she's had a weight issue. Now onto today's story that happened about an hour ago. Cast. EK1. Entitled Kid 1, about 13-14. EK2. Entitled Kid 2, same age, they honestly look like twins, but definitely brothers. EM. Entitled Mother. ED. Entitled Father. MD. My little girl. So my daughter is aware she's overweight. She's teased constantly at school, so I've made it a habit to visit her at least 3 times a week each week for lunch, as she always asks me to come so she can eat lunch in peace from the bullies. This weekend was her weekend with me, and she's taken a liking to basketball, which I think is great, and she asked me this morning to go to the park down the road in our community to shoot some baskets with her. Of course, I say yes and we go. When we get there, I park and immediately notice 2 kids, EK1 and 2, sitting at one of those park tables, cussing and throwing a basketball back and forth at each other. I pay them no mind and we walk up to the court that isn't being used. I also notice 2 adults, who end up being out entitled parents, about the mid-30s, sitting on a park bench about 30 feet away, smoking and messing around on their phones. We start shooting and she's having fun when I hear it. EK1. Get the hell off the court, fat idiot. We were about to use it and you're too fat to play anyways, look, you can't even make a shot. My daughter is 9 and still learning, mind you. EK2. Yeah, maybe go home and use a treadmill. They both start laughing. Now they said this with me right in front of them, and I'm pissed. I'm a big guy, about 6'1", 190 pounds, and unlike others, I don't like confrontation, but I'm not scared to engage if necessary. Me. Okay, first off, both of you kids watch your damn mouths and do not insult my daughter again. Do you really think that's okay? Insulting someone on something so sensitive and think it's a laughing matter? Your parents are doing something wrong. That's when the parents, who were still at the bench, hear me and join in on the fun, for them at least. EM. Who the hell do you think you are? Why are you yelling at my sweet boys? ED. You better watch what you say, dude. Me. Your precious boys are standing here insulting my daughter and calling her fat. Do you two really think that's okay, to insult a child younger than them over something she's already bullied about at school? We're here trying to get some exercise in and play some basketball and just have fun. I don't need to deal with you and your little punk boys insulting her. Entitled mom looks at me without blinking, like what I just said was the specials at a restaurant. EM. So what's wrong with what they said? Look at her, she's fat, isn't she? They're being honest. She shouldn't be here. What the hell? ED. They're doing her a favor, she's just embarrassing herself. I mean, look at her. Then they all start laughing. Literally, 2 teens and 2 adults laughing at my little girl while she's standing behind me and trying so hard not to cry. I lost my crap. Me. Alright, listen, you two, pointing at the parents, are damn trash. So they're being honest and that's okay? Alright, fine. Here's some honesty. Your sons are punk bullies, and I promise you eventually another kid will stand up for themselves and knock their teeth out. I, as a normal adult, despise bullying. You both are crap parents thinking what your kids are doing is acceptable. ED. Watch what you say to my wife and sons. Your daughter is fat, deal with it. MD. Yeah. And you are a mean man and you shouldn't say these things to people. She's crying and I'm pissed and even more upset at this. Me. Watch what I say? Or what, bud? What are you going to do? You and your perfect little family seem to think honesty is all right, no matter what form, so I'm telling you, you're all just bullies. And unlike my daughter, I'm an adult and I won't put up with any more of your crap. Especially if any of you say another word to my daughter, I swear you'll regret it. I was maybe 3 inches from the father's face when I said this. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have said you'll regret it, but I was pissed and in protection mode. ED just stares at me without moving for about 10 seconds with me not moving. Me. We're not leaving. My daughter just wanted a fun day at the park, and I won't tolerate another negative word said against her. Test me if you want. ED and EM look at each other before finally, EM scoffs. EK1 and 2, let's go, we're going home. They begin walking away down the street towards their house. I'm watching them most of the way because I had a feeling they'd say something else, and I was right, sadly. When they're about 100 or so feet down the street, the dad yells, "Have fun with your fat daughter, punk." And they hurry their walk. I start running after them. I was done and not putting up with this anymore when I hear my daughter in a calm voice. "MD. Daddy, just let them leave. Now we can play alone." She's smiling now and I can tell she's right, she just wants to have this all be over with. "Emmy. Alright sweetie, wanna play horse?" "MD. You go first. And thanks for sticking up for me, daddy, I'm so sick of bullies." "Me. Always, hun, and I know. Don't worry, let's just have some fun, I'll always be there to help you when I can." I give her a hug. We had a good time for the next hour shooting hoops and then went home. Thanks, guys, and don't put up with bullying. Edit. If you're someone who's dealing with bullying, you're not alone, and don't forget that. Be the bigger person and know that if they're bullying you, you're in control. They're trying to elicit a reaction from you and it's up to you to give them the satisfaction. I'd help you all if I could. Genuinely. You're a good man with a good heart. Keep on showing that little girl how to be brave and how to take care of herself. Best of luck with her mother. OP. I appreciate that, bud, seriously. And yeah, honestly, her mother just makes everything so much harder. I mean, she has 4 children now, all with different fathers, and she doesn't listen to the doctor's advice, she doesn't listen to anybody. She thinks she's right no matter what, but when I have my daughter, me and her will work on things together. You rock. Your little girl knows. 1. Dad doesn't think she is less because she is overweight. 2. Dad doesn't think others should torment her for her weight. 3. Dad is willing to fight other adults to make them not torment her, and 4. Dad will listen and help her no matter what. Bro, you did great against them, I'm proud of you. By the way, do you have any other interactions with dreadful people like those? If so, you've probably learned a lot about dealing with those people, good for you. If not, then you've taken a step into a larger world. OP. Honestly, kind of. Back in high school, I was in varsity baseball and football, and I fell in with the popular crowd. But I quickly realized that a lot of my friends and a lot of the crowd that I was part of bullied people, and it just enraged me. So every day at lunch starting sophomore year, I would sit with a different group of outcast kids and talk and get to know them, and also prevent them from being bullied at lunch since I was sitting with them. There were actually a couple of times when I had to beat up a couple of my friends who I caught bullying other people. There's just something about it that to this day engages me. My brother asked me to watch his kids from a Friday Sunday at my parents' house, who will be going away with my brother and his wife that weekend. The reason to watch them at our parents' house is that I can bring my dog there, the kids have a room there, and it's closer to where I live than my brother's house, 1.5 hours away. He never mentioned I'd have to take time off work, he just said to watch them Friday Sunday. Now he is saying he wants me to drive up to his house and meet the kids when they get off the bus on Friday at 4 p.m., which means I'll have to take at least the afternoon off work. He's also now informed me my niece has a dance Saturday which she cannot miss, so that's another reason I have to go there. It also means I'll have to put my dog in the kennel because they have a cat, and my dog is not good with cats. I feel like he's pulled a total bait and switch, and now I don't know what to say. He's asking if it's fine, and it's not, but what am I supposed to do? Back out and ruin my brother parents' weekend plans? Erg. Tell him you will meet him and his children at your parents' house as agreed. Also that it won't hurt for his daughter to miss one dance lesson. This is the thing to do. This is what he asked you for and what you agreed to. Changing plans, and he has changed the plans, adds a whole other level, and you didn't go along with that. Asking you to take time off work and make an additional 3-hour round trip to his house with 2 kids and animals in the mix are not details that should have been left out the first time around. Sorry, I will be at mom and dad's from 6 p.m. Friday until dinner time on Sunday. Your kids are welcome to join my dog and me. You'd be perfectly justified in backing out, you can explain to him anyone else who asks exactly why. What he's asking of you right now is not what you agreed to do, is a major inconvenience to you, actually cuts into your work schedule, like your work keeping a roof over your head are somehow less important than his plans. Nope. Update. I didn't expect this to get so much attention. Thank you for sympathizing. Yes, I am still going to babysit. I expressed my frustrations with my brother that he changed the terms after the fact. He apologized. He's going to pay the fees to board my dog for the weekend. Keep in mind this is my family, I love them, and I'm generally happy to spend time with my nibblings.